Outrage and frustration, along with more questions in the police killing of an unarmed man in Waukegan. Today, lawyers for the victims disclosed the officer who fired his gun did not turn on his body camera.
Let's talk a little more about this. WGN's Mike Lowe is live at State Police headquarters in Des Plaines, where the victims' families viewed the video this afternoon. Mike.
And good afternoon to both of you. Investigators here at the State Police headquarters, District Chicago headquarters, are looking into this case. Meanwhile, the Waukegan mayor released 5 videos from this incident. When a Waukegan police officer shot and killed Marcellus Stinnett and wounded his girlfriend, Tafara Williams, during a traffic stop last Tuesday, the two sides offered contradicting stories. The police say Williams, who was driving, tried to back up her car into the officer, and that's why he fired.
The vehicle that he was investigating began to reverse towards the officer. The officer then pulled out his duty weapon and fired into the vehicle.
But from her hospital bed, Williams said this.
There was a crash and I lost control. The officer was shooting at us.
Because of the conflicting accounts, the officer's body camera was viewed as the crucial evidence that would show exactly what transpired. But today, a startling revelation.
The cover-up is always worse than the lie.
The officer's camera was off during the shooting.
The event was not captured on video.
That means Williams' legal team and state police investigators are left to try to piece together the event using police dashboard cameras, after-the-fact body camera footage, and surveillance video from a nearby business, none of which show the full encounter, according to those who have seen the videos.
It's regrettable when you have officers who either were not trained properly or who intentionally and consciously made an effort not to turn on their body cam video.
Prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump is representing Williams and viewed several of the videos today. He says the officer fired at least 6 shots.
There was no need to use this excessive, deadly force. There was no need. I mean, it was a traffic stop.
Separately, the family of Marcellus Stinnett.
He was innocent. He was a passenger and he's dead. Marcellus Stinnett, 19 years young.
With the Reverend Jesse Jackson, Rainbow Push Coalition leaders and lawyers by their side, also viewed the videos.
This is a global tragedy, and the pattern is so pronounced. Most of the white police shooting innocent, unarmed black people. LeBron Taylor, and it must stop.
And while many questions remain about why the police killing occurred, Bishop Tavis Grant says there's no question about what resulted.
We know what happened on that night. Marcellus Stinnett was murdered.
And again, we've just received these videos from the Waukegan mayor. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we will show you the interactions between the victims and the police, and you can decide for yourself who was at fault. We'll have that again at 5 o'clock on WGN News. For now, reporting in Des Plaines, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
Thank you, Mike.
And while that's happening, there's also a protest in Waukegan right now because of the shooting.
Shannon's over at Skycam 9.
Yeah, this is what's happening in Waukegan now. So this is at the intersection of County and Washington. As you can see, there are about 30 or 40 people who have blocked the intersection here in a response to that shooting from last week, that police shooting last week. They do have a van that's blocking the street, as well as people that are holding signs. Once again, they do have a few streets blocked off at this time, but we'll continue to keep you updated as we get more information. But that is the latest live over Waukegan tonight. Shannon Halligan, back to you.